Hey, good morning, and how are you guys doing today? I hope amazing. So, we're back and we're going to be working and finishing out the final chapter today in revisions. I'm going to get chat up real quick. It's, of course, 5 a.m., so I am a little bit discombobulated, but not totally. I hope you guys are having a great morning yourself. Sorry, this is taking me a second. Really don't feel I'm all the way awake. I do have coffee here though, so I will be woken up real soon. Okay, so when we last left off, of course, Sam was with the Space Vikings, and he's in an absolute crap situation. Let me really wake up here. Boom, and we will get on this. Okay, so Sam, of course, is infected with the Zarkins virus, which is flowing through him. He has been abandoned on this planet and got captured by tribesmen, alien tribesmen, of course. He then got thrown in a cell with space Vikings, who are a bunch of them are modified, some of them are minotaurs, and they were going to be sacrificed. And so, in the last chapter, they fought to free themselves and overrun their captives or captors. Good morning, by the way. Hope you're kicking butt. Let me get some more coffee in and we'll start writing. By the way, tomorrow I will actually stream like around this time, probably this time. It'll be dark though. We'll have to deal with that. I don't know what we'll do. Um, but I'll probably take us out to a lake or something like that, and we'll go for a walk around the lake and reflect about like writing a book live on YouTube and the whole experience. That'll be fun. Let's knock out chapter 27, and then I guess we'll wrap things up. As Bjorn worked to revive the shaman, the Minotaur and I focused on getting one of the doors open. Not fully sure on. Wait. Boom, open. Okay, we were not fully sure what we would find on the other side. I could hear chaos outside the door, and knew the bite I had delivered had infected the guard. The Zarkran's virus was spreading, and I could feel it. Our attempts to force open the door through brute force were failing. Our attempt. Oh, see, you can't have attempt to force open a door through brute force. Our attempts to open the door through brute force were failing, but I knew a few well placed shots from my plasma rifle would weaken the door enough to break it down. Okay, boom. I don't know why we don't have a period there. Bjorn had managed to get the shaman up and collect one of the laser rifles, which gave me more confidence in the idea we might survive. Okay. Bjorn had managed to get the shaman up and collect one of the laser rifles, which gave me more confidence in the outcome of a future. Ooh, no. No, no. Raised. Okay, Bjorn had managed to get the shaman up and collected one of the laser rifles, which raised my confidence in the situation. That's when we heard a gut wrenching scream from deep within the pit. It was inhuman and filled with rage. The look on everyone's face turned to panic. Now, let's make this better. Okay. The look on everybody's face turned to panic as sounds rose up from the pit once more. We would not withstand a fight with another creature like the last. Okay, we would not withstand a fight with another abomination like the last one. Taking aim on the stone door in front of me, I began. See, boom. I began firing, blasting into it, until large cracks riddled it. I knew that. I knew that facing what was ahead in the tunnel was a better idea than waiting to see what would come for us up from the pit. That's worded badly. I knew that facing what was ahead in the tunnel was a better idea than waiting to see what would come for us from the pit. I'm realizing my nose is really stuffed. I knew that facing what was ahead in the tunnel I knew that facing what was in the tunnel was better. Facing what was in the tunnel, I knew that facing whatever Okay. Okay, watch this. I knew that facing whatever the tunnel had in store for us was a better idea than waiting to see what came for us. Okay. I knew that facing whatever the tunnel had in store for us was a better idea than waiting to see what came from the pit. I think that that's good. I knew that facing whatever the tunnel had in store for us was a better idea than waiting to see what would come from the pit. I agree. When I stopped firing, the Minotaur crushed into the weakened stone door, breaking it into rubble. The passage was completely dark, but I could see down it clearly, and it was currently empty. There were signs there had been fighting, but no guards. I quickly yelled out, "Over here. We have a way out." Over here, comma. We have a way out. Period. Bjorn and the shaman joined up on us, and we began our journey down the corridor. The screams of others could be heard coming from almost every direction, but for now we seemed to be unnoticed. After a few minutes of moving through the passages, we came to a room where a couple of infected tribesmen were feeding on the body of one of the guards. I could instantly feel the connection to the disease created between us, and managed to keep them calm enough that they did not attack us. In shock, Bjorn fired on them, gunning them down before I could even react. The shaman seemed puzzled, asking how would this have happened? They have Zarkran's virus. Okay, let me fix this. We all know how that happened, guys. I chose to say nothing, knowing the Vix were my only chance to escape this planet. Luckily, it seemed the Minotaur and Born had gave the question little thought and readied themselves to continue moving down the next section of corridors. Let me scoot this down. As we moved down the corridor, it began to get brighter until we were finally standing at the entrance to the primitive temple. We could see the thick forest at the edge of the small village we had emerged to. Emerged to. Is that how we'd say it? That's my question. I'm not really sure. Okay, I'm not really sure if I like that. The village was filled with chaos as guards and villagers fought against the now growing numbers of infected. We moved quietly through the village, avoiding joining the melee, managing to reach the edge of the forest without incidents. As we entered the forest, I looked back, seeing the man in the red robes fleeing with his guards, as the last of the tribesmen defending fell to the infected. The Vix seemed to know exactly where they were going, moving with certainty through the forest. Finally, we found ourselves near the lake's edge where I killed the chimeric abomination. Its body now laid on the altar, surrounded in what appeared to be offerings. The Vix quickly inspected the altar and the body of the abomination, making note of the damage done by my plasma rifle. Then the Vix picked through the offerings, taking some of the valuable gems and other treasures. Near the edge of the forest behind us, a few tribesmen rushed out. They moved quickly across the lake's shore, but within just seconds, I put down three with my laser rifle, and Bjorn killed the other two with the laser rifle he had taken. I think we can leave that. It'll probably get fixed in editing. I'm going to just be honest. I'm not sure I like that. We could hear screams of more. Okay. We could hear the screams of more. Okay. We could hear the screams of more gathering in the forest, and once again began moving towards the location the Vix had landed their ship. As we moved through the forest, the sounds of the tribesmen faded away. Finally, we were able to see the Vix ship. It was a medium-sized raiding vessel, which they had landed in a valley clearing. I could see Bjorn's concern as we got closer. Then he asked the shaman, how were we going to get off this planet with most of the crew dead? Boom. How are we going to get off this planet with our navigator and most of the crew dead? I knew this was my best chance, so I spoke up, saying I can get all of the systems up and fly us out of here. I can get all the flight systems up and get us off this planet. See, I double say it. I can get all the systems up and get us off this planet. Boom. That's what we're going to do. We're going to leave that like that. The shaman seemed still to be weighing what I had said as we made our way to the ship's airlock doors. Then he looked at Bjorn, saying, "Let the cursed one aboard. It's our best chance. Let's just hope his curse does not become ours." Bjorn opened the door. Wait. Okay, yeah, he had. Okay. Bjorn opened the airlock doors, motioning us to board the ship. Motioning us to get aboard the ship. Once aboard, we quickly moved to the ship's bridge, where I began using my technopathic abilities to create a connection to the ship. I don't think we have to say that. Okay, once aboard, we quickly moved to the ship's bridge, where I began using my technopathic abilities to create a connection and activate the controls. At first, wait, hold on. At first, it was a near field connection, but the nanites began creating a direct connection by the time I had patched into the ship, allowing me to move through systems with ease, gaining full control. Oh, is this where we end? I quickly had the engine up and could feel the power of the ship as it lifted off. The turbulence. Hold on 1 second. Oh no, we don't need that. 1, 2. The turbulence ended as we reached space. I disconnected so I could. Wait. I disconnected so I could find out where the VIX planned on going. I'm not going to disconnect. Okay. The turbulence ended as we reach space. Don't worry, I almost got it. And we get a. Okay. Think we have this? Ready? I quickly had the engines up and could feel the power of the ship as it lifted off. Okay. Lifting off, tearing through the atmosphere. The turbulence ended as we reached space. Now safe, I asked, where should I take us? Bjorn gave me the coordinates of a system I had not recognized, saying to meet. Is warband a single word? Do we call it? Oh, we do. We call it a warband. I'm not sure if this is really how we'll end it. Honestly, guys, I'm gonna have to think about this because I'm gonna probably add to this. Now, it goes to proofreading people that are going to nitpick the crap out of it, so this will change a bunch. I'm gonna heads up you guys. Especially this last chapter, the end is likely to be touched a lot. Um, I don't know how much it'll change. I'll be honest though, guys. We've got all the way through it. It's in proofreaders' hands now. Um, I'll probably have all of their stuff that they want fixed back really quickly. I'll fix it. We should be published in anywhere from 10 days from today to the end of the month. And honestly, I don't know how long it will take. I haven't, went through this part of the process enough to be able to tell you guys. I will keep you guys totally informed the entire freaking way through. So tomorrow morning, and it's still dark as crap, and so probably not at this time, we will go for a walk around a lake or something like that. Luckily, I live in Colorado. We have tons of lakes. There's lakes near my house. And so we'll go for a nice little walk, reflectively talk about the entire experience of writing through an entire book online and streaming it live. I thought it was a good experience overall. I am going to touch this more, this last chapter. I don't know exactly what I'm bugged about it, but I feel that there could be more to it to a point. I'll wait till I hear the feedback from the proofreaders, but we did just wrap up. And so, guys, I want to thank you guys so much for hanging out with me every morning, for being absolutely amazing, for all the support you guys have given me. And I just hope you guys are doing something big in your own life and just staying epic. Peace, very best wishes, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.